Thank you, sir, for those kind words. Good morning to one and all present here. I welcome you all to a unique initiative by Giis Noida, the Startup Mania, where we will be joined by two very special guests today. They are online, they are not present here. However, before I introduce them to you, I would like to congratulate our participants. 38 of our students from grades 5 to 12 have enrolled in the entrepreneurship program in the summer camp being conducted by our school from 20th to 30th of May. It is a structured arrangement where students have opportunity to gain practical work experience in a professional setting and is designed to provide students with hands-on learning experiences. The participants have been engaged by the team conducting the program with riveting insights into real-world situations and industry-specific discussions. They gained valuable hands-on experience that enhanced their skills that are essential for professional life, like technical skills, communication skills, problem-solving abilities, and time management. I wish the participants all the best for today's engagement. Now I welcome Mr. Gaurav Jain, founder Digimon Technologies. He is a highly skilled software engineer and entrepreneur with a rich background in IT industry. With extensive experience in various renowned organizations like IBM, Wipro, Pillasoft, and HCL, and a passion for innovation, he has carved a successful path in his journey thus far. We are very happy to have you with us, sir. Welcome. You can give a round of applause to sir. It is with immense joy that I welcome Mr. Vamsi Krishna, Associate Director at Hyderabad, who is a highly accomplished professional with a diverse background in business development, academic relations, and volunteer relationship, with a strong focus on fostering strategic partnerships and driving organizational growth. I welcome you, sir. Now we start the day's proceeding. I invite Mr. Gaurav Jain to address our students.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Gaurav. And good morning, everyone presented over here. I would like to warm welcome to everyone and would like to convey my thanks to Mr. Bhairav sir and the GIS team who provided me this opportunity to share my experience, share my journey, and I will try my level best to give you the idea about how the startup ecosystem works, and I will try to resolve all your questions you might have in your mind. So definitely after this sharing my experience, we'll have a question and answer round where you will be allowed to ask the question, whatever you have in your mind, and I will try to give the answer. So let me introduce myself. Like I am having around 15 years of experience in the IT industry. I work for the companies like HCL, IBM, and Wipro. And from there, I learned this software engineering, programming, and then I'm running my own company called Digimon Technologies in Gwalior. Let's start from the okay. So basically, nowadays you are having many buzz around the words like startups, entrepreneurships, business, fundings. There are many things are going on around. So people have many questions. So first of all, let me clarify the differences between what is the business owners do, what the businessmen do, and what the entrepreneurship is, and how it's different from the startups things. All right. So the businessman or the business owner are nothing but, let's say, you are just doing or undertaking someone else's business, right? Let's say you are buying the businessmen, like the shopkeepers, like in the local grocery shops in your colony, in your area, right? So they buy something from the big shopkeepers or maybe the manufacturer or the companies. They invest some money. Let's say they buy something from the 100 rupees, they add up their profit margin and they sell it to the 110 or 120 rupees. So that 20 rupees margin they are taking up. So it is nothing but just like a businessman, like a traders, like they are just buying something, they're adding up their profit margin and they're sharing to you, right? So that's is nothing but it's just like a business. Now the next level come to the startups. You have heard lot many things around the startups, like how to start a startup, who do the startups, who can start a startup, like how you can start your own startup, right? So startup means when you are having your own venture, your own company established, where you are solving any real life problem, right? Like let's take example. Previously we used to have a restaurant owner, like you used to go to the market and you like to have some lunch or dinner in the market, so you go there, you order some food, you like sit over there and you just come finish your food, yeah, you come back to your home. Now sometime there is a problem, like you cannot go out of the house and you still want to have the food from the outside. So we have an app called Zomato, right? So what they did, they just connected all the restaurant owner in the local area, in your local city. They connected all those all those business owner, the restaurant owners, and they connected all the buyers, all the customers who love to order the food. So on the single app, you can like like you can order the food of your choice from anywhere in the city, right? So that's how they're solving a problem. So that's why the Zomato is called like a startup. Like they did a startup like 6 or 7 years back, and they are just providing the services. Same way you might have used the Ola, like Ola cabs. Previously there used to be a taxi operators, like they have like 10, 20 cars with them, and somewhere like you have to travel to some like within the local city or like with outside of city, so you call those travelers like travel agents or like tour operators. They provide you the cabs, they provide you the vehicles, and you use them. Now the Ola came into the picture. What they did is they connected all over like tour operators or like travel agents or like the taxi operators onto the same platform. Now by sitting at your home at the convenience of your at your convenience at home, depending on your requirement, how many passenger would like to travel, from which destination to which like from which source to which destination they would like to travel. So you can just choose the vehicle of your choice, like you would like to travel in the SUV, you would like to travel in the car like sedan car or like something like that. So they again solve some problem, right? You don't have to chase the tour operator, you just on the click of tap of a button, you open the app, you choose the destination, the lot many cars in front of you, you choose a car, and the car comes to your house, and you just travel into that, right? So that's another, like they are also solving a problem. So why these are the called startup? Because they find out some problem in the community, in the area, in the day-to-day things they are doing. They observe that problem, and based on that, around on that, they built up some solution, maybe in a form of some application, in a form of some product, in a form of some kind of any other system, right? So this is called a startup. And managing all those startup, all those businesses, all those processes, when it's like spread around the multiple locations, multiple, like having the multiple employees in your startup, that entire ecosystem, the entire process become the entrepreneurship. Your this journey, the entire journey is called the entrepreneurship, right? Then when your startup gets scaled to a large level, when you have like hundred or thousands of employees, you are working in the multiple locations, then you become the entrepreneur, the real entrepreneur at that time, right? So you, let's say you might have something in your mind, okay, I want to start my own startup, but I don't know how to start, where to start, what idea I have, I should be working upon, right? So don't think about it. Think just a single idea that is based on some of the problem, right? Let's say when you wake up in the morning, right, and till you sleep, you go to your bed, they are like you encounter hundreds of problem in the morning, right? Maybe you don't like to brush up in the morning, you don't want to go to the school in the morning, maybe you don't like to wear some special clothes, maybe you would like to go somewhere outside to play some special game or sports, but you don't have a like opportunity to go there. Maybe you want to co-study with your friends on weekends. So there could be hell lot of problem in your day-to-day life from since morning to the night. So figure out some problem. Like maybe you think, okay, you have some better solution to it. Maybe you can resolve this problem, and this problem is not just with me. Many people, many folks like me, maybe it could be the students, maybe it could be your parents, it could be your relative, it could be your friends, it could be your neighbor, it could be anything, right, related to anything. If you have any, you encounter any problem, you feel that you might resolve that problem, you can have some solution to that problem, so you can pick that one, and you may build up some solution around it. So that's how you can be called up as like you have started your startup, and that's how you can grow it up, scale it up after completing your schooling and educations, and definitely you can just become an entrepreneur. That's the one side of it. um, Let me share you my journey, like how I started, what I chosen, like why I am doing this, whatever I'm doing today, right? So maybe I don't have too much things to share, but definitely there are some key takeaways you can take from my journey. You can think of like, okay, the same thing happens with me also, so I can also find out this problem, or maybe I can work like that only, right? So since you are like a school, in the school, like you are like in the fifth grade, sixth grade, 10th grade, 12th grade, right? So you might not have that kind of understanding, what is my area, what is my passion, what I want to pursue, what I want to do. Maybe you have that kind of, you don't have that kind of clarity, like where should be heading to, right? What exactly you should be doing. That question might be coming up to your mind, that I don't know anything, I'm just in like sixth standard, seventh standard, I can't go outside, I can't register my business, I can't do that, right? So what you have to choose is, or which field you would like to do your startup, or which field you should be doing to grow yourself as an entrepreneur, right? That comes within you, inside you. How? I'll give you the example. When I was in like ninth or 10th standard, I used to read the newspapers, like magazines. Like around like 25 years ago, we don't have leverage of this internet and the smartphones. So the people in the my era, that at that era, so they used to read the newspapers and the magazines. So at that time, in the magazines or newspaper, there are like lot many kind of newses are there, like sports news are there, like the Bollywood news are there, like international news are there, the politics news are there, and every kind of news. While you're reading the news, so you feel something is creating ripple inside you, like, so the same thing happened to me is when I was reading through some news related to the computers, because the late 90s, like 97 or 98, that was a time when the personal computers was like becoming popular, right? And at that time, like right now, like you are having a news like a chat gpt, AI, artificial intelligence. That 25 years ago, we had the same kind of like buzz around these computers. I used to read the news okay, the computer, like this so and so firm or so and so industry has adopted a computer, and using the computer they can do something, like there's some automations, like the companies are managing their stocks using the computers, or the some you can book the tickets online using the computers. So those kind of news was creating something, like they are striking in my mind. The computer is something new, and it is having something, magic, which can do everything, which can do the things for anyone, everything. So that kind of things start kicking in my mind. But in the late 90s, it was not very common to get access to a computer. Like even at my house, like I don't have any computer. Even my schools, there was only have to only one lab where just 5 or 10 computers were there, because it was just starting of that personal computer era. So we didn't have that access to the computer so frequently. Like unlike nowadays, everyone like having the smartphone. This is like a almost like a computer, and one or two PCs are almost everywhere in the household nowadays. So what used to happen when I was in the 12th standard? That was the first time I got to see the first computer, like that white computer, big monitors, you know. And just that was a 5 minute interaction with the computer, with my interaction with the computer. And you won't believe that during that 5 minutes, it was like goosebump when it was the first time I feel the computer, I touch the computer. It was like a playing the goosebump in my body. Like I was thinking, oh my god, what I have seen. Like I have seen like so many news in last 3 or 4 years. So this is the first time I'm seeing the computer, and I was thinking, I don't know what I can do, what I can achieve from this computer. So at that was the time I decided that this is the thing I'm passionate about. This is the thing I should be pursuing, and I should follow my dream, my career into the computers. So right after completing my 12th standard, I took admission into the my engineering, and I did into the computer science, and that's the how I get into the computer. So the idea of sharing this experience is you should be knowing where your passion is, what things make you the kicks out in you, that this is the thing, okay, creating the ripple in my mind, this is creating something in my mind, my like heart, like I should be following this, right? So that's how you can figure out your own passion, you can find out your own things where you can excel in your career, that skill you should be following, right? I know it's too early for you, like you are in since in the 5 or 6 standard, maybe it's too early, but yeah, slowly and gradually next few years, if you try to figure out like what exactly you should be following, what exactly your interest area is going on, and then you choose that pick one, and right after completing your like schooling or maybe like your high school, or like you start working out, gather more information around those things, on around your passion, your skills, you try to learn more onto that skill set, and then you find out some problem, how you can overcome some problem using your passion, your like putting up your intelligence plus your passion and skills. Definitely you can figure out some problem in any area, and now you have to blend all those things to overcome that problem and build up your startup ecosystem around that, resolving that problem. I hope I'm clear so far. Okay. uh, what I did, especially like after completing my engineering, again there is an interesting story, like how I get into the startup, how I decided like I should be doing this startup. I can't see the faces are moving. Is it frozen? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You're audible, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
you are audible. I think the kids are frozen.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm
Yes,
sorry.
that screen is frozen, but they are here. All the children are here. There's some network problem in there,
Okay.
but you are audible,
Okay.
sir.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that the first part of the story I have already shared with you, like how I chosen this computer field for myself. The next story is like the next experience or like next journey of my life will tell you like why I did this startup and what problem I'm solving in, right? So the problem started when I completed my graduation. I joined some companies like multinational companies. I work for the companies like HCL, then IBM. You might have heard about it, and I worked for there like around 12 to 14, 15 years for them. All of a sudden, something happened that I have to come back to my hometown. Like I belongs to the Gwalior, but I was working in the Noida, Gurgaon, and even outside of the India. So there was a reason, some like circumstances when I had to come back to the Gwalior. At that time, like around like 6 or 8 years back, there was no opportunity in the Gwalior where we I can just follow the same career which I was pursuing in the companies, and I didn't had any big companies or any opportunity to work in here. So what I did, I started is my own company in the software development field, where the motive was to provide the employment. The problem I was facing when I had to plan to come back to Gwalior, but that kind of opportunity was not there since. So I did the same thing. I created the opportunity to generate the employment in the Gwalior itself, and that's how I started this Digimon Technologies, where we are providing the software development services like to the all the international clients, and we are working on the area of like artificial intelligence and then machine learnings and mobile application developments. So that's how we are serving the international clients, but the main problem which we had with our city, that we were not having a good companies to work with. We are creating the same culture, same kind of like industry experience, and same kind of like corporate cultures over here, so that people can come and join, and they don't have to leave their own city for any reason. They don't want to leave the the hometown. They would like to stay in the same city, so they are getting the jobs in Gwalior itself. So that's how I decided to give this ecosystem, this startup to the Gwalior, and people can work and stay in their home itself, right? That's all from my side. Like, if you have some questions, and any kind of questions, or like if you like to ask anything, yeah.
Sir, yes, we'll wait for Mr. Vamsi Krishna to address the gathering, and then we'll open the question and answer session for the students.
All right, thank you.
So I thank you, sir, for sharing your professional and personal life journey with us. It is surely spectacular, and I'm sure our students have learned so much. They're surely lucky to have you and hear from you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we are delighted to hear from Mr. Vamsi Krishna. Sir, you have the floor.
Yes. Thank you, Gaurav. It was a pleasure listening to you. So I wear the hat of an investor and also a small investor, not really a very big investor, but a small investor who has done that. But yeah, I understand the challenges that an entrepreneur goes through. So thank you so much. It feels really good to hear that stories when come back and see that, okay, oh, we came from here, right? So that's how it is. So thank you so much for that. Thanks, Vaibhav. Finally you were able to cut hold of me and bring me here. So I appreciate all the students sitting here. So I'll not waste any one of your time. I do this on a regular basis. Okay, we do a program called Young Entrepreneurs Program, which we have been doing for the past 14 years successfully in Hyderabad, and it is for the grades of 9th to 12th. They undergo a 16-week program where they were taught on the basics of entrepreneurship and how to build a real-time product. Right. So, a small brief about me. Graduated some time ago, old enough that you can call me an uncle. I graduated in engineering, and I found my passion in entrepreneurship because I'm somebody who felt that, okay, fine, these jobs are not cup of my tea. Okay, let me see that, okay, this is not where I'm going to waste my time anymore. But unfortunately, I had an opportunity to work with the startup village of the country. It is in Kerala back then. It is still now there. It is called the Kerala or Startup Kochi. So I was working there, and one gentleman said that, hey, you're not made for this. Why don't you go join a big corporate? I said, okay, fine. Which one? I said, okay, the one where people search for everything. I said, okay, fine. That sounds interesting. Okay, would you be able to refer me? I said, okay, yeah, I will refer you. So immediately he said, but it is back in your hometown in Hyderabad, so you'll have to go back to Hyderabad. You can no longer be in Kerala. I said, okay, that sounds interesting. I came all the way from Hyderabad to Kerala saying that this is the startup world, but you're saying me that go back to a corporate world in Hyderabad. I said, okay, fine. Then I went into the corporate world, and I hope you guys were able to understand where I was given an offer with. That is where you search everything online. So I went into the core technology team. So how many of you know Chat GPT here? Or how many of you heard Chat GPT? Okay, you guys already heard Chat GPT. So I will come back why I asked this question. So I was part of this team in this large organization where we are still working on the basic modules of AI and ML. And touched on 6 months post the lane, I said, hey boss, this is not my cup of tea. I'm not going to waste my time here doing something that what will happen after 5 years. Let me go experiment. Then I started some consulting. I started meeting people and told them that, hey, this is what I am into. I don't know if I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm definitely want to try something different and try something new which nobody else is doing. That is when I met Charan, my co-founder back then in 2016, who said, we don't know if we will build great, but we want to build it. Would you want to join? My passion for students had always been, very dynamic. I always wanted to do something for the community because I studied in a college where I was the only one where the college felt that, okay, fine, this guy is odd one out. Let's give him all the privileges, let him go represent us, and let him go everywhere. If at all the college has to invest some money into this, money into anything, let's invest into this guy. And they gave me all the expenses to conferences and all because it is a very rural college back then. I said, okay, fine. I said, fine, Charan, let's do something. So I was part of the founding team of something called Stu Max. Now, currently, it is Student Pride. So what did Stumax do? Stumax was a digital campus ecosystem. So how Vaibhav and everybody in your school is currently trying to build a system where somebody like me comes and or Gaurav comes and tells you, we wanted to build a digital ecosystem within the colleges. Like how we call Facebook. I don't think any one of you guys use Facebook, but yeah, for us, Facebook was a big thing back then. So we were building the Facebook for schools and colleges. I traveled across the country to 800 universities and colleges, uh, but we had a timeline in place. So me and Charan said that, okay, Charan, this is interesting. We will do. We definitely want to do something for students, but for how long? How long do you think we will be able to survive and all? Then he said, Vamsi, let's do it for 2 years. If at all in 2 years, if we are able to crack what we actually wanted to do, let's continue. If not, let's give it up. 2 years down the line, 800 colleges, 14 states in the country. We traveled across, we spoke to the VCs, we spoke to the school principals and all. And boom, 2018, Forbes 30 under 30. Forbes recognized us as the best 30 under 30 startup, which is fostering entrepreneurship and ecosystem for students. And break it down for another 2 years. And to 2018, I took a exit from Stumax saying that, Charan, I have given my 2 years of my time. So now I wanted to experience more. I said, okay, fine, let me walk out. I said, okay, fine, Vamsi, that's okay. But would you come back? I said, I'm not sure if I'll come back, but there is a movement that is going to come which will revolutionize this startup and this ecosystem. You know what it is? It is COVID. COVID happened. Every school and college in this country is looking for a solution called digital campus ecosystem for the students. Nobody wants to compromise on students' education, right? That was our eureka moment. Like how demonetization for Vijay Shekhar Sharma was a eureka moment. It was a eureka moment for Stumax in 2020 when COVID came. So, and 2018, after my exit, I joined an organization called TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs. Founded in 1992, it is a 30-year-old organization fostering entrepreneurship across 14 countries in 57 cities, and we have around 3,000 serial entrepreneurs. You name them, you have them. You name the likes of Vijay Shekhar Sharma, you name the likes of. You must have been all watching Shark Tank. Say, is it so? You guys watch Shark Tank? Yes, you must have seen Anupam Mittal. You must have seen Namita Thapar. You must have seen. Uh, I can hear some names. Okay, so all these are charter members of TIE. So what does TIE do? TIE does nothing, but TIE does the job of giving back. All these entrepreneurs come back to give back to build the next generation of entrepreneurs. That is called fostering entrepreneurship. We have been doing it for the past 30 years. And so for 30 years, we have been doing this. And one gentleman recently asked us in the TIE Global Summit, which we did in Dubai in 2021. Are yeah, you always keep claiming that you are a 30-year-old organization. What impact did you create? Yes, are this is correct. Okay, this 29-year-old organization, we never calculated our impact. Then we said, okay, fine, give us some time. Then we went to the best auditors of the world, they call it KPMG, and said, hey, KPMG, I hope you guys know what KPMG is. You must have heard of the name KPMG, right? KPMG is a big four company, well known for its auditing and financing. So KPMG, we went to KPMG and said, hey, we are a 30-year-old organization. People are asking us what is the impact we created in the last 30 years. Can you help us out? And KPMG said, yeah, definitely. That sounds interesting. Let's do some research. After one long year of research, KPMG comes back and says that, are you guys mad or what? You created 2.5 million jobs. You created 5 trillion wealth, and you guys created 25,000 startups, and you never told this story to anywhere. So that's where the organization I come from. This is what TIE is all about. So I was discussing with Vaibhav the other day. I asked that, is it not too early for these kids to tell them about an incubator and an accelerator? Because I represent the both of two. Then he said, भैया आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, वो तो पिच डेक बना के बैठे हुए हैं वहां पे. They are ready with their pitch decks and their ideas. You are underestimating them. So why don't you tell them? So I'll not take much of your time, but I'll explain you in detail what exactly an incubator and accelerator is. Uh, I'll tell you why you should reach out to an incubator and accelerator. How many of you have ideas in this room? Okay, raise your hands. That's the easiest way. How many of you have ideas? How many of you think you have an idea which is already there in the market? And does it stop you from building your idea? If it is yes, do this way. If it is no, do this way. Okay, if it is a no, you say that your idea will be different and they cannot beat you. That's fantastic. I meet close to 800 startups in a calendar year. They are my members, and when I ask them that, hey, did you speak about your idea to others? I said, no, no, no. This is my ideas. That guy will copy paste it to me, and he will do search it online, and he will build his own company. If anybody of you is thinking that somebody can copy your idea, there is Ola and Uber, there is Google and Facebook, or Google and now ChatGPT, right? When Uber is already there in the market, why did Ola come into the market, right? The same way, now earlier people were using Yahoo, Google, Oracle, and all, Bing, but now people moved on to Bard, Chat GPT, GPT-4, right? So this is where exactly it is from. There's nothing that can be copied in this world as long as you have your own identity, right? If you know it, that you can do it, then that's the end of the story. And you are different, that's the end of the story. So what exactly an incubator and an accelerator do? Incubators are the organizations that provide you the long-term support. If you want to start your company, have a conduct to what do we call mentorship, and also an environment where you have all the other people like you. Like, for example, I come from a place where we have the India's largest innovation hub. We call it the T hub or the Telangana hub. So this accommodates 20,000 startups in one go. There are 20,000 startups that sit in this building, work together, and co-create. So this is an incubator. It's a long-term relationship where you have friends who will help you with something or the other, and they are all together. Then there is an accelerator. Accelerator is a program where it is like a fast track, the summer course which you are doing right now, the 10 days summer course. Fatafat, you learn something, okay, go try it, test it, fail it, come back and do it again, right? So this is the difference between an incubator and an accelerator. But both of them come with their own benefits, right? Incubators give you, it's more like your second home. It is a place where your idea will start nurturing. That is where you first develop it, you go build it, you go register it, you keep telling people that, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is where. And the best part of these incubators is they give you all the necessary resources. You need a space to set up your office, they give it. You need internet, they give it. You need some tools, they give it. And you need some support in some physical faculty helping you out, they give it. And also, most important thing is, most of the mentors would love to spend more time in an incubator, right? They want to come see the startups and help them also give an understanding of how they get differentiated, and also how they can get introduced to an investor. Then comes the accelerator. It's a very time limited program, but very rapid growth. It is like, so I think the earlier speakers must have told you that think out of the box. Did anyone tell you that? Does your school teachers tell you think out of the box? If it is yes, say this. If it is no, it say this. Okay, they say you that think out of the box. But did you ever question yourself that are you in a box firstly? Are you in the box? Did you ever question yourself? See, that's where it starts, right? First of all, question yourself that are you in the box? And also, are you thinking that, okay, are you thinking within the box at least first? And if you're solving the problem within that box, then come out and think of the solution that you can solve outside the box. First of all, put yourself into a box first, and that is what incubators or accelerators do. In any of the incubators and accelerators workshop, the first one is a design thinking workshop. The design thinking workshop is very particular because they help you understand that would you be able to do it? Are you thinking on the right lines, or are you able to bring your idea out? Right? First, if you haven't done it yet, this is the time. Start getting into the box first and start thinking about it. Then think about the problem it is creating and the problems it might have. Then start building about the solutions. Once you start building about the solutions, think about what is that unique value proposition you are creating, right? Once you create that unique value proposition, then you have the customer segments. Who is your customer? See, I come from a background where I interact with startups on a day-to-day basis. So one of a very good mentor and friend of me told me that everybody does this mistake when they are starting up. The first mistake is that I am building this so people will use it or buy it. That is step mistake one. If not you, somebody else will build it. Why would they buy you because you are building it? So don't make that mistake. Number two, that there is nobody else who is building this. Just because nobody else is building and you are building it doesn't mean that as a customer I have to use it. So find out what is your customer need. Third thing is, if not me, there will be nobody else who can build it. That is where AI and ML has come in place and they changed everything. If not humans, robots will build it for you. Right? So don't make these three mistakes that you can, it is only you who can do it. No, it is not only you. There are 100 other people who can do that. It all depends upon it, that one eureka moment where one of them will click it and one of them will not. So I'll ask you one simple question. There was a game called Pokemon Go. Have you guys heard of it? Pokemon Go? Say yes like this. Okay. So Pokemon Go was built by Nintendo, right? So how many years do you think Pokemon Go, it took Pokemon Go to come into the market? It took 9.5 years. 9.5 years, they worked so hard to bring it to the market, especially to the Indian market, because they thought Indian kids and Indian students are more likely to play. How many months did it last? 3 months? 3 to 4 months, right? Why did it last only 4 months? Pokemon Go came up with a problem that came up with a solution that okay, fine, kids need an alternative. They want a realistic experience of it, and they looked at it and they built it. Fantastic. But what is the one mistake they did? They didn't realize what it will cause the after effects of it. There were so many road accidents. There were so many people complaining. There are so many people trespassers who came into, and that created a lot of ruckus. In a hurry to find a Pokemon, we forgot where we are going also, right? And Indian government banned it immediately because it felt rather than this game, my kids' health and safety is more important, right? 9 years of hard work. And wait, there is a 5 star in it. Did Pokemon Go into losses? No. Pokemon Go made its money in those 4 months in India. And after that, it didn't matter to Pokemon Go to move out of India. But still, it is a big market that it lost. But Pokemon Go is happy, Nintendo is happy, but it is only the students or the kids who wanted to play it can no longer play it, right? So this is how it goes up to, right? So come back to the same point. First of all, don't create everything because you can create it. Create, is there a need? Is there a value proposition to it? Is there a customer to it? Are you unique and different and all? Then you have something called revenue streams, right? Revenue streams is something that, see, you're building all this. You're working so hard to build a product or a company, right? But for what? For in the end, to make money only, paisa hi paisa. In the end, we all want to make money, right? Yes or no? I can say smiles. So it is important that is your product going to make money or not? How, where, what? Why should a person invest in you? Why should a person buy your product? And why should a person take your product to someone else to buy it? Right? This is the revenue stream. And lastly, cost structure. To do all this, you need money. Again, paisa chahiye. First one is a friends, family, and three Fs. Friends, family, and fools. You go tell them your idea, say that, hey boss, I want to start this idea, give me some money. You go tell your dad that I want to buy a PS5, he might take some time. But you go tell your dad that I want to start a company, give me some money, don't you think he'll give it? But he will give it provided you make him sit and tell him and explain him what are the pros, what are the cons, where will the money go, what if you fail. And don't give the explanations that Thomas Alva Edison failed 999 times, so I will also fail 999 times. People are not ready to take failures of those many times. The most important thing is to pivot. There are businesses across India that pivoted just like this during the COVID or even before the COVID. For example, the Eureka movement, which I said, right? Paytm. Nobody thought people would use a digital wallet system, right? But if you go to a vegetable vendor or if somebody who comes to your streets for something to sell some goods and all, they carry a QR code. Yes or no? Like this. If you know that drill, yes or no? Right? Did you think that this will be the future? I'm not sure. You are sixth grade, so we definitely didn't think that this is the future when we are. So we are old age, so we can say that you are still kids. So you must have started seeing this rather than a real money. So we didn't think that a digital money will come into play. So coming back to the cost structure. So you need money. For what for you need money? To register your company, to build your product, to give salaries, to take salary, right? To buy something for your office, right? So what I'm trying to tell of all of this is that when you join an incubator and accelerator, the very first thing after the design thinking workshop is they will teach you something called lean canvas. You go, I will ask Vaibhav to send that lean canvas to you. I have a copy. So lean canvas is where you define your problems, you will define your solutions, you will define your unique value proposition, you will define your cost structure, company, your customer segments, your revenue structures, and your USP, right? So this is where you should start whenever you have an idea. You take any idea in this world, be it Flipkart, maybe you can take this as exercise. Maybe the teachers there can give this exercise to the. You can take any product in this world and put that onto a lean canvas. Like for example, Uber. What is Uber doing? Uber is you. What is the problem Uber is trying to solve? Uber is trying to solve a problem where commutation making it easier. What is the solution is it providing? It is providing you multiple options of cabs. What is the unique value proposition? It is only the one which has a faster access. Who are the customers? We are the customers. How is make it money? Making money through us. Where is it paying salaries through? Through the revenue it is creating, right? So you take any product in this world, you can apply it onto a lean canvas and you'll understand their business model. I think nobody will tell you this. Lean canvas is the only way you can know the secret of the business model. So anytime if somebody says that I won't tell my idea to you and this is my company and all, just go put it on a lean canvas, you will know what their idea is. As simple as it is, right? And this is where you learn in an incubator and accelerator on what is a lean canvas and where it is. So finally, the success story. So the success stories is all about what after all these years spending into this, you need to build a success story, right? So I'll tell you the live example I faced. So when I joined TIE, we were doing a program called TIE Grad. So this is for the graduates in the colleges who has an entrepreneurship idea like you. So we went to a college. You know Pilani? You know Pilani? Yes or no? There is a place called Pilani. There's a big university in Pilani, you guys know. It starts with B. Now you know? Okay, you know. Okay, now you know. I see one of you.
They are
So we went,
they are
yeah.
with company. Yeah.
Okay. So we went to this university and said that we are doing this entrepreneurship workshop. And one of the students in the last said, I have an idea. I don't know if it will work or not. I said, okay, fine. What is your idea? I said, I want to build a robot which goes up to a building, climbs it, and cleans the building. And a human is not glass buildings, and a human is not required to send across this. How many of you know Burj Khalifa? You must have known Burj Khalifa, right? Yeah, yeah, I see most of you know Burj Khalifa. So he said, so I'm building this robot, but I'm not going to test it anywhere. I want to test it only on Burj Khalifa. So TIE is a very large network. So within our investors, we reached out to them saying that, hey, we saw this product in live. If you can get us some permission, we want to try it. So this guy travels all the way to Dubai and he tests his robot on Burj Khalifa. In Burj Khalifa, every 1 week, there will be around 30,000 people who will be cleaning the glasses of Burj Khalifa. This robot went and cleaned the entire one glass facade in 1 minute, which was done by 5 people in that 1 week. Because they have to climb from uphill to down, right? So they have to go climb uphill and down and go clean it, right? So this robot went and all. Okay, this is interesting. Then we said, okay, fine, this product has some way came to an MVP model. Let's see if the market will accept it or not. Then we went to a competition called Rise Business Plan Competition, which is the world's richest competition for students. When you come to university, that is the competition you should aim for because they give you funds. So we trained this guy very badly. It's like, hey, your accent is Indian. US guys will not accept it and all. We trained this guy and we sent him. Semifinals over. This guy got rejected. And he's calling us and he's crying. I didn't get through. I came all the way from here. I even tested on Burj Khalifa. I was like, why did you fail? What happened? They said that my accent is not. Okay, but that should not be the concern of rejecting you. But let's figure out. Then we know some gentleman in the competition. We said, hey, we did all this with the support of government, with the support of investors and all. And we sent this school guy from this university, this log to US, fully funded by us. And you're rejecting because his accent is not correct. And I said, no, let's figure out. Let me speak to this guy. And the finals is 2 days away. So this guy called him to his office and he spoke to him and he helped him and all. And as he is an influential guy, he said, okay, fine, we will give one more chance to this guy. If he guys makes it, we'll see. Unfortunately, he didn't clear it. But there is one success story. That is, this guy has come back home with 1.5 million investment from the jury there, but he's not judged as a winner of the competition. Just because of his persistence and his empathy and his confidence on his project. His name is Ujjwal Agarwal. His company is WCB Robotics. This company is based out of Hyderabad. Without a product in the market, is still sitting on a 8 million funding in Hyderabad, constantly monitored by us and developing his product. He has built 7 solutions of robots that goes up, cleans the glass facades, climbs it and cleans it and comes back, which is usually done by 20 to 30 other humans. This robot will climb and clean it. So these are the success stories when you believe in the product and when you trust your intuition and build the product and come back. So that's all I have, because I don't want to say anything about my startup because I anyways failed in it. But as an associate director of TIE, I have an opportunity to interact with all these startups, and I get to hear these stories every day. Every day, one or the other comes to us saying that, hey, we have an idea, we want to do this and all. But I have a strong team who believes with passion, saying that, yes, we are here to listen to you. We will try connecting you with the right people. We will try connecting you with people who can build your ideas. So this is my day-to-day job. So that is where my passion comes from. And thanks, Bible, for calling me here. And I hope I made some justice.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much for sharing the success stories. They were really inspiring, and I'm sure you're changing so many lives. Can we have a big round of applause for our speakers? Sir, now I think we'll proceed to the Q&A round. Okay, so children, our guests are now open for question and answer session. I encourage our students to ask pertinent questions from our guests and take advantage of their immense knowledge of industry and their entrepreneurial spirit. Floor is yours, students.
Before they say about the questions, I asked all of you about Chat GPT, right? You remember?
Yes, most of them are familiar.
Yeah. So the initial script, whatever I spoke, when Vaibhav texted me, I said I can't make a PPT. I went into Chat GPT and gave the prompt saying that I am speaking to an age group of 5th grade to 10th grade. Give me the script. So it helped me frame the script. Based on that, I included my experiences in it. So this is what technology can do to you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that insight. Okay, sir, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I think we can start with the questions. Yes, you can come forward and ask so that you're audible. First, you ask if you are audible or not.
Ma'am, just turn on the mic over that system.
Maybe he can continue to use the same GIS mic. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Greetings, sir. So my question is to Gaurav, sir. I would like to ask, how did you come up with your business idea? What inspired you to start your business?
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned. Hello, am I audible? Okay. Yeah. So as I mentioned previously, like there was a scenario, the some personal things was going on the at a family side. So due to those circumstances, I had to come back to the Gwalior, right, my hometown. I was working in the metro cities like Delhi, NCR, and then Bangalore, but due to certain reasons, I had to come back to support my family, and I had to come back. But there was no opportunity in the Gwalior, so that was the biggest challenge I was facing. It took around like 2 to 3 years to make the decision then how soon I can come back, right? So you have heard a saying like if the opportunity doesn't come to you, you have to create the opportunity. So that saying like inspired me to okay, let's, if there is no company in the Gwalior to pursue my same career, so let's create the company where I can do the same thing which I'm doing for the others. That was the one thing I started. And even before that, there was one incident, small incident happens that really make me think that what exactly I'm doing for others. The When I was planning to come settle down in Gwalior, come back to Gwalior, right? I was there, almost there, but before that, the another one of my relative, like my close relative, like my jijaji, like my real jijaji, he would like to due to their other like some problem at their end, he wanted to come back and start a new journey, right? Though I had like around 12 years of experience, right? And I was working at that time, I was working the Wipro or IBM, correct? But the problem was, he asked me, okay, can I have like any job for me? He asked me, like my jijaji asked me, can I have some, like, can you help me in getting some jobs or some kind of like settle in the career? So though I was working as a manager over there, but in a big company, I didn't have a power to, get someone help or join the company, or I can help him in any way that he can get them like get back to the work or career or like any kind of job I can him arrange him. That was the biggest, kick for me, that okay, becoming a so much of like having like 12 years of experience, I'm working in the companies like IBM and Wipro, but still I'm not able to place even a single person. I'm not able to generate employment for even a single person. I'm not able to help any person to make them earnings or like make them anything. So that was another thing that immediately I decided to quit the job. I'm going to create a company, like start a company in Gwalior, where myself will also get back and settle down. And also, that was the objective, mission, and vision we had. That once I start a company, I'm going to help the people who are really needing something. Why switch the career? Let's say that some people don't have like a IT experience or like IT background in the past, like in the education or maybe in the previous job. Still, we are open, and more than 50% at our place, the people are coming from a different background. They get trained, they get skills into the like programming or like some digital marketing tools, and they are working as an IT professional, as a like IT professional with us. So these two incidents make me start a company, and the objective our mission was to just generate the employment as much as possible, even if people with the lower skill sets, people does not have a proper skills to do the same kind, we are leveraging them by providing the trainings, and like they are getting, they are using the job, this career, for their bread and butter earnings, right? So yeah, that's the only reason, like we inspiring things which made me start this Digimonk as a company. I hope this answers your questions.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is to Gaurav, sir. How do you plan on being innovative and adapt to the changes in the market?
Okay. I mean, like, there's no thumb rule, there's no certain. Yeah. So basically, like, there is no thumb rule to get the innovations or like get the adapt the things. It automatically happens when you are into the market. You see the changes. You change. You feel the need of hour, like based on the like client's requirement, the customers like around you, what they are looking for. So you have to like key you have to keep an eye on those people by doing the survey, doing the feedbacks, that what your customer are looking for, right? What your like audience is looking for. So based on that, you decide, okay, let's say that nowadays artificial intelligence or chat gpts are like booming, right? So now the most of the customers, like existing customers, ask for it. Okay, do you work on the AI? Can you build up some solution on around it? So since this is a new thing in the market, so we pick some employees, we get them like okay, just go there, have some like advanced level of training on those particular technologies, particular systems, understand them, and then they adopted the technologies, the changes, that innovations, and now they are serving onto those area, those field. So that's how they become expertise onto those new innovative things and new things. Other than this, we have to, like, nowadays, like, there are a lot many resources are available on the internet, right? You have to keep an eye on the social media, you have to keep an eye on to the various forums, like as like Vamsi sir mentioned, that tie, where like lot many people are doing the innovation in a form of like ideations, they are working on their ideas, they are developing some MVP products. So we constantly keep on touch such innovation centers, where we just get to know, okay, someone is working on a unique idea, some unique product. So we go there, we evaluate, and if that's really good, we invest the money over there, and we pick that idea, pick that product, and try to launch that idea or product into the market. And that's how we cope up with the all the challenges coming in the market. We sometimes we pick the innovative things, sometimes we are just coping up with these new technologies by leveraging the trainings and all. So that's how we are like using it.
Sir, I would like to interrupt in between. Manthan, whenever the student asks a question, just mute the mic instantly because it is creating echo in here in the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, you can ask your question, please.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, my name is Arnav Tiwari and I'm from class 10B. And I must say, I really respect your business model. So, if I were to be a new employee who joined tomorrow, what should I expect of your company culture?
Is it for me? Vamsi sir, would
It
you
is
like?
for you, not for me.
Okay.
I think it is for Gaurav, right? It is for whom?
So, question to Mr. Vamsi, sir.
Repeat.
Oh, okay. You are asking me. Uh, that's interesting. Huh. So we call for applications. What is that you can expect from my office is that how do I say this? This is little challenge. This is very challenging question because I pick my talent very carefully. We selected from a pool of 300 to 400, one person from 300 to 4 people. So yeah, I will tell the three things I look for and what is the three things that I offer. One of the three things that I look for is it doesn't matter to me if you are an MBA or if you are a BBA or if you are a BTech or whatever it is, as long as you have passion, the determination to learn something, and the hustle to stretch yourself, you are my go-getter. So basically, I want a go-getter rather than a person who says that uh, I'm not able to do it. I need some more time. Nobody's helping me out. So basically, we are a team of 12. 12 of us work under different verticals. Each one of them represent different vertical. And I represent all the 12 verticals. So all 10 of them come to me and report to me, and I report to my president and all. So what you as an individual, what you can expect is a culture where everybody is open, everybody will give you an option to go experiment and fail. The very first thing that you can is you can fail in the very first 3 months, and nobody will ask any question in the first 3 months. But after the third month, they'll start questioning you. Did you realize why you are failing? And it will not even come to me. It will come only directly to you from your peers because they continue to fail, but they immediately try to learn and they cover it up before I get to know. So that is one. Number two is that uh, you get to work with 150. I mean, if at all, if it is Hyderabad, you get to work with 160 top CEOs of Hyderabad. So these guys have their own personal assistants. These guys have large offices with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 employees, but they still give you the time whenever you call them or message them saying that, hey, I'm from Thai Hyderabad, I want 5 minutes of your time. So if you're a normal person, I don't think you will be able to get that time from them. But when you're from Thai Hyderabad, you get direct access to them throughout the year because they sign up for it. They say that I'm signing up to give back, so they have to abide by you. So I think the network of 160 people right now, my membership of charter members is 160 people. So and nobody can become a charter member directly. Okay, it is not by I will pay some amount and become a charter member. It is by invite only. So the invite is you should be 10 years old. You must make 20 million revenue in the last 5 years. You need to have an employee pool of 1,000 pool. That is when you qualify as a charter member within my organization. So, and after qualification, they go through an interview, and if the interview they clear it, then they become members only to give you time. So you can reach out to them saying that, hey, we have an initiative for startups. We want you to collaborate and we want you to give some time. So first one is the zone where you can experiment everything, learn everything, and learn from people and interact with many. Second is the network, the high network individuals giving you that time. The third thing is that we are not too serious. We do it with love. We do it with happy. Every day we smile. We spend close to 2 hours only chit chatting, but we ensure that somewhere it is related to one of the startups. It's like, okay, this guy did this. This guy did a mistake. We have been telling him, but he still did the mistake. So, but yeah, you will enjoy the job as long as you are very passionate about entrepreneurship because this is not a day, 8 to 6 job, right? You cannot say that, okay, I'll go log in at 8 o'clock and come back at 6 o'clock. That is not the job we are looking at. If you ask me to stretch at 1 o'clock in the night, yes, I will stretch. because I know what benefit I will add to that startup and how he will be thankful to me later in his days. Yeah. So that's more I for basically I look for a go-getter, and I expect the person also think of me that okay, I'm speaking to a go-getter again. Yeah.
Also, I would like, once like if you're done, I would like to add up one more thing.
Yes.
The question was like, what he was asking, like what you expect like from the company joining for the first day. So the main thing we are looking for the will. I know they are the freshers; they don't have that kind of skills, but they should have a will to learn the new things, adopt the company culture, and they are aligned with the company's vision and mission. Right. So that's the first thing we expect from the day one, whoever is joining, be it a fresher or be it a like experienced guy. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I think that question is well answered by an entrepreneur, not by a director. Because for us, it's, I mean, entrepreneurs know it very well than a director who works with these entrepreneurs. So, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you may ask.
My name is Avya Pratap Singh. I'm from class 10th B. My question is to Vamsi sir. Sir, being the Associate Director of TIA Hyderabad, how do you measure the success in your business?
So, basically, we don't measure success. We are a not for profit organization. So, I mean, yeah, you will have your own goal that you need to have minimum number of members and minimum number of startups joining in. But if you ask me from an entrepreneur perspective, if I'm able to help at least 15% of my startups on their expectations when they join my organization, so 15%, but our global office says only 10%, but we are still move 15%. If we're able to address the 15% of all the issues that were raised by startups, we are considered the highest potential, and we will be awarded also for a fact on that. And for the last 5 years, we have been being awarded for being 49% success rate. Our memberships kept increasing. The number of startups believed in us increasing. And last year, we did a Thai Global Summit where it was attended by 3,700 people across the globe. They all flight down to Hyderabad for 4 days of networking and interactions. So that's how it is. So if at all, if you're able to solve around 30% of the issues raised by the startups, that's called the success rate for us. But it will be different when you come into a particular startup. It won't, because we are a not-for-profit organization which helps startups. So that question might not be majorly applicable to me.
Good morning, sir. My name is Disha Srivastava and I'm from class 7C. My question is to Gaurav, sir. Sir, what is your way of reaching to your customers?
Sorry, teaching? I didn't get your question.
How do you reach your customers? How do you connect your
Reaching, okay. All right. Like there are different ways to reach out the customers. Like it depends on the business to business, especially for our case. We have a like inbound system and outbound system. In the outbound systems, like we have a like social outreach, like using the social medias, then email marketing, like email outreach, where we get like we find out like ideal prospects, ideal customers. We do send them out the emails, right? The some welcome emails, then some we pitch in our services, we send up our proposals, our like a company profile and everything. So out of that, if the some customers or some prospects are interested in buying our services, so they just reply back and we just talk to them, our sales team talk to them. Same way for the social outreach, we connect them via the LinkedIn and some other social media platforms, where like there are specific platforms which are meant for the B2B networking, where we connect with the like-minded like entrepreneurs or the business owners, right? The startup owners, where they are looking for the software services. So we connect with them and we pitch them our services. We share our portfolios. That's like outbound. Another thing is the inbound services. We have like our sales and marketing team who are constantly in touch. Sometimes we get the business from the referrals from the networks. Let's say sometimes like Website has some customers like or some business owner who are looking for the mobile application development. So he might refer to us, okay, sir, please contact to these persons, so and so person. he is looking for this development company. So he refers such kind of clients. So that's how we contact our clients, like reach out our clients and connect with them, have the like built up like initial relationship, like not just a formal things. Like from the day one itself, we don't try to sell them. First we build the connects, we make the relationship, like we just have the like conversations around this around the topics, around the problems they are facing. Once they share their problem statement, it goes to the technical team. They build some solution around it. They make a proposal document. Okay, you are facing this problem using our solutions. You are this custom softwares. We can develop these many things, and we can solve your problem by this manner. So that's the complete process of acquiring a customer for our company. Thank you.
Guys, I would like to add one more thing. These guys are not gonna share their secret ingredients with you right now. Right? So don't expect the secret sauce to be poured out here in this session. And they're holding back that secret ketchup bottle with them. That is the secret ingredient for their success. Right? So if you want to taste that secret ingredients, you're gonna knock their offices and you're just gonna tell them that, sir, we have attended your session and now we want your secret sauce. So for like on a table, they might share with you, but they have a lot of ideas with them. So whenever you guys connect with them on LinkedIn or some other profiles, just try to get their personal time, because they are very hard to reach on, but they are too humble that they will attend you properly. So I'll just add one more thing that sir has told you. You have to focus on sales if you want to build your startup on a very high scale. So for that you need networking, and for networking Vamsi sir is here. So I have connected all the three dots together. So if you want sales, you need network, you need a product. So for product you can go to Gaurav sir, and if you want a network you can go to Vamsi sir, and if you want training you can come with me. So we have all the three dots together put on here, and you have to choose what you want to choose, right?
Always happy to host. Always happy to host. Always happy to host all of you in
The
Hyderabad.
pleasure is all ours.
Guys,
Guys,
yeah, I'm always open. Like if you really have some personal questions or like some more doubts, definitely you can reach out to on LinkedIn or via the social media. I'm always happy to give the answers whenever I get chance. I definitely reply back to the.
okay guys, if you have any further questions, just put it out a little faster. Manthan, wait, please. Okay, we have one more question.
Good morning, sir. So my question is to Gaurav, sir, that what would be your strategy to expand your business in your vision?
Expanding the business is never an easy task, right? Uh, we have to think lot many, like we have to consider lot many criteria, parameters, things around the business. Like it's not like, I don't know like what your understanding by expansion. Like if like having a multi offices is just an expansion, or it's like expanding in the terms of revenue. That's your question to the expansion. So it could be in a different, different things when you think about the expansions. Yeah, like the for us, like right now, the challenges we are facing with the expansion, like the reason for expansion is Gwalior is not that much big city, like it's unlike like Noida or NCR or like any other metro city. So sometimes we face the the talent crunch over here. So for like we would like to expand our team, we would like to expand our business, but we are not getting the right talents over here. So in that case, we think of like moving out of different city. Maybe we are setting up our office in the like Delhi NCR, so that we can attract the local talent directly from there. People sometimes the people don't want to come to the small city like tier two or tier three cities, right? So we have to provide the opportunity in their own city, right? So that's the one way of expansion. Another expansion is like sometimes we adopt the new technologies. Let's say previously we were working on the open source technologies. Nowadays, chat GPTs, artificial intelligence, they are also coming to the market. So people or like the client ask for these kind of services. So we expand, like we develop, like we have built up another team. We are working on the open source technologies. So we expand who get trained on this particular area, these particular technologies, and get trained. So we expand our business in this area. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have to take decision whether you would like to jump into this war of this artificial intelligence, or no, you would like to keep aside from these, war onto this market. So it depends on the capabilities, your fundings, your right market set. There are lot many things which help you to decide whether you would like to go expansion or not. Right now, only challenge we are facing with this talent crunch. So that's the only reason we are expanding to the other cities where we can attract the local talent then and there, and we use them. And the expansion we already did into the some other technologies other than open source technologies. We are working on the product size also, like we are developing our own product. So that's another way of expansion of like another vertical. We are like creating a company so that few member working on those product line, and they are developing the line of product so that it can attract another revenue stream into the company. So yeah, these are the things we are doing for the expansions.
Thank you, sir, for your knowledge.
Guys, any other question? Let's keep it a little quick.
Okay. Okay. One more question. I think we have time for one more. Okay. One more question. I think we have time for one more question. Okay.
Good afternoon. My question is to Vamsi, sir. What is the leadership style and how do you motivate your team?
Mine is an open office. So my room door is always open. I never close it even for my meetings. So one of the ways you work with your teams is that first listen them out. Always listen to them. Praise them in public, taunt them in private. So that's the style I follow. I always praise them in public. Even if they do mistake, I say they did really good work and all. But when I get the chance in private, I will show them the hell. So, but it is a good practice because always when it is important to stand up for your team who represent you when you're not there. So it's always good to praise them in public. So that the others will feel that, okay, fine. See, they did a mistake, but the boss is still happy with them and he's backing them up and all. But when you go back, recalculate the errors, ensure that they're not mistaken, help them understand where they did the mistake and help them learn it so that they don't do the mistake again. And yeah, if you want to taunt them, you can taunt them on those days in private. So that's how I do it. And it worked out very well for me in the past 5 years since I took up this role. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, shall we wrap it up?
Yes, yes. And we thank both our guests for answering all the questions of our curious entrepreneurs. So I would like Mr. Vedab Dixit, now co-founder of and CEO of Fiz Robotic Solutions, to propose a vote of thanks.
So first of all, very much thank you to both of you. आप लोग इतना ज़्यादा humble है. Like I'll just keep it very like open to all the public who's listening today. कि if I talk about Gaurav sir or if I talk about Vamsi sir, they both are very senior to me in terms of experience, in terms of building startup ecosystem, building their own companies, and a lot more. I met Vamsi sir before COVID. I met Gaurav sir after COVID. So in both the cases, the scenarios were very different for me, but the learnings were on very good peak, right? From Vamsi sir, I learned a lot about how to do networking, how you talk to somebody in public, and how your mindset behaves when you are talking about your company or your corporate world. From Gaurav sir, I learned more about how your focus is about your product, how the customer experience is the top priority of the teamwork is the top priority. So these both champs are like their, you can say, the goat of their industries, right? What you call in your Gen Z language, the goats. So these are the goats that I try to bring them together on the one platform. And thank you so much, both of you, to accept my invitation. And it was really an honor for me to relearn quite a few things from both of you. Thank you, sir, for coming today. And thank you so much, Global Indian International School and ma'am, for hosting this session for us with the students.
Thank you, sir. I thank both my guests. Thank you, sir. I thank both my guests from bottom of my heart. Mr. Gaurav and Mr. Vamsi, you took out valuable time from your busy schedule to come and talk to our young children. I'm sure they have learned so much and you've given so many insights and life lessons to them. And can you please give them a big hand? Thank you. We really appreciate, Weber sir, that you brought these two gentlemen together and gave us this chance to just bathe in the shower in their rich
No, I didn't give any chance. Actually, they both gave their
Thank you,
time and
sir.
chances to us so that we can hear to them. I just requested them. That's it.
Right.
Gaurav, thanks, Vaibhav. You are being so kind and humble. But I'm sorry that I couldn't say no in the past 3 editions, but I'm finally able to say yes now. So thanks to these young champions sitting there. I know you guys are waiting for your lunch. So thanks for bearing us for the past 3 hours. And you took out your time, and we hope that you are able to learn something today. If it is yes, do this. If it is no, it is do this.
Guys, please give them a big round of
Okay.
applause on the last. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you,
ma'am.
Vaibhav.
I really appreciate this initiative. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate this initiative. Like in our old times, like when we were in the schools, we never had such kind of sessions on about the businesses, about the startups, entrepreneurship, anything. Like we were just thinking about the jobs, become an engineer or doctors. That was only two motives since like 10 years ago. But the things have changed last 8 to 10 years. Now people are more aware about just doing their own startup, their businesses. So I really appreciate the initiatives you have brought to your children, your kids. So yeah, I hope like they are enlightened by our like sharing our journey, sharing our insights, and we were able to resolve like their queries and questions, whatever they had in mind. And definitely we'll keep in touch in future. So if some students definitely they are working on some of the ideas, some of the products they would like to discuss, they would like any kind of mentorship. Although the Vamsi sir is like having great experience in mentoring the ideas, like developing into their product and working MVPs and go to market launches. But still, yeah, I'll be like if I could share any bit of,
No, Gaurav, Gaurav, there is nothing like I'm an expert in this. It is open for everybody, but it is always good to learn more from an entrepreneur than a director. So I'll put it that way. I keep learning from my entrepreneurs, from the CEOs of this. So it's not something that I'm an expert in it. No, I'm not. Vaibhav was also saying I'm the goat. No, I'm not the goat. It is just that it's a day-to-day learning. We keep meeting the CEOs, so we know how their working styles are, and we know what we can, because it also depends on, one idea can work for one person, but it will definitely not be the same idea for the other person also. So we have to prepare ourselves every day, and we have to prepare that way for 800 startups. So we have a lot of homework to do. So maybe that is the reason we have little more experience, but nothing as big as the entrepreneurs do. That's it.
एक्चुअली आपका आइडिया मुझे है चैट जीपीटी वाला सर ने जब बोला तो आई वाज इन टेंशन लाइक लास्ट 24 आवर्स आई वाज इन टेंशन यार क्या बोलना है हाउ व्हाट टू स्पीक हाउ टू स्पीक बट आई नेवर थॉट ऑफ कि यार चैट जीपीटी से पूछ लेते हैं तो यू गिव मी द इनसाइट ओके यार चैट जीपीटी भी देयर था कि यार उससे बात आई कुड हैव जनरेटेड द स्क्रिप्ट फॉर दिस सेशन
एंड सर एट द लास्ट आई वुड सीक योर परमिशन कि ये सेशन पूरा YouTube पे ऑलरेडी ब्रॉडकास्टेड है लाइव राइट नाउ. And if you both allow, I'll share your LinkedIn profile links on the description so that the students can connect with you directly, if you guys permit.
Sure, absolutely. I don't have any problem.
Yeah,
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you so much,
I don't have
sir,
any
for
problem.
coming today and enlightening our students. And thank you, students, for being so patient
Thank
with
you.
us today. And thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Yuvraj. Happy learning. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining.